Hi, my name is Emily Rocca, and in this film I will be sharing my job experiences. I've only ever had 2 serious jobs in my life, and they were both at privately owned businesses. My first job was at an ice cream shop called Tasty Cone. My mom was friends with the owner, and she asked if I would be interested in working there. I needed a job, and it seemed to be the perfect fit. So I agreed and filled out an application. A few weeks later, the owner texted me asking if I would come in for my first day. My first day was quick and informational, and it was just her and I, so she showed me everything to do with her shop. There was so much to memorize, and it was quite overwhelming. Between the ice cream machine maintenance and flavor list, I found it much more difficult than I originally thought. I thought it would get easier every time I went to work, but it didn't. I started to dread going to work, and I messed up a lot. It got to the point where I would get so stressed out that I just asked to do dishes for the night and assist when it got too busy. 2 months later, I helped my mom bring my dog Violet to the groomers. My dog gets really nervous whenever she goes to the groomers, so I held her steady while the groomer trimmed her nails. It didn't take me long to realize how much fun it would be to groom dogs, and my dog's groomer gave me that opportunity. She offered me a position right then and there, and I told her that I wanted the job, and she gave me a time and a day to try it out. I put in my 2-week notice at Tasty Cone, and a few weeks later I went to the groomers for my first training. I learned about bathing dogs shortly after arriving. First, my boss informed me of all the products she used and which breed to use each brand. Afterward, she expected me to recall those products and apply them to each customer that came into the shop. She quizzed me before and after each dog to make sure I had used the right product. Then she required me to learn the dogs who had their own special products and needs. To my surprise, I remembered the products and the special needs dogs no problem, unlike at the ice cream shop. Soon, with all this constant remembering and application, I picked up my job and executed it well. Eventually, I got into a rhythm and no longer needed assistance. I just knew right away which products to use, and even ones to recommend to customers. To this day, I can still recall all the information I learned at the groomers. My boss reminds me a lot of myself, and between being with her and the dogs, it makes for a great time. I sometimes forget that she is my boss because we have so much fun at work. We have become so close over the last 3 years that I know her more like a friend than a boss. I've come to learn her dogs as well as love them as my own. She has 5 mini Doxies, and like her, I've developed my favorites. I often house sat for her while she went on trips because I am one of the few she trusts with her babies. Due to the fact that my boss doesn't have children of her own, her children are her dogs. They are quite the little spoiled princesses, but I didn't mind. As a closing statement, here are some pictures of me and my boss's dogs. Maple is who is closest to my face, and Ava is on my belly. Maple is definitely one of my favorites, as well as Winnie, who is right here. In this last photo, I actually told my boss's dog Maple, Selfie, while she was climbing on my shoulder, and she looked up perfectly for the photo. I could not stop laughing. I really do appreciate all the time I get to spend at Dare's Paw Spa, because it is like my own little sanctuary, and I've learned so much. So thank you so much for watching, and have a good day.